morning. It's Wednesday, halfway through the week. Yay! Is it a yay? Are you quite happy just for the week to slowly unfold? Um, I'm okay with slowly unfolding because weekends are just 2 more days when you don't go out to a job. So, I'd say the only real job I don't have a real job. I come on here and I talk to you guys. I go for walks. I do all the things that need doing around the house. I cook, I clean, I go to the grocery store. I check up on my friends. Called my mother yesterday who's sitting watching tennis. Thank God for tennis. My mother has going to be 89 in September. And she's in a retirement home, and she's basically living on her own. She gets her meals, goes down for her meals, and she has some dementia. So basically, her short-term memory is, it's not there. It's not there at all. So it's a blessing when she does remember that I have a new grandson, or that she doesn't have. It's hard to know because she manages it pretty well. But I did call her yesterday and she was watching tennis, and that's what I was beginning to say is, thank God for cable. She used to play tennis in her younger years, and so did my father, and that's how they met. And that was their social life, and therefore my social life when I was a child, and my sister, my brothers, because they belonged to a tennis club in Brampton. We lived north of Brampton at this point. And they dragged us down to the tennis court to the club. And I think there were maybe 6 courts there and a clubhouse. And it wasn't a hardship. It really wasn't. There was a pool, a public pool next door. With a snack bar. There was a playground behind. It was a 3-minute walk into a town, into downtown Brampton, little stores. And we just kind of could wander. And then when we got to the stage we wanted to play tennis, we played tennis and had a couple of boyfriends that way. I was never a great tennis player. I guess I wasn't highly competitive about it. My brothers, on the other hand, were. My mother was very competitive. I think more so than my father. But she was a good player, and so was my father. So that was my mother, I think that was kind of my mother's identity, right? Was that she was a good tennis player. And she had 5 children. She was a young mom. I was her first when she was 19, 20. I was her first, and then the other 4 came pretty quickly afterwards. And she prided herself on the fact that you had to wear white to the tennis court. And it was a clay court. And she'd pride herself on the fact that all of our tennis whites were white. We're white. They weren't dirty. That was my mom. So now due to cable, there is tennis playing around the world yearly, weekly even. So right now the French Open's on a clay court. And they're not wearing white. And she can follow the tennis and is familiar with all the young players, the young players that are playing, and has her opinions about them. Now, whether I just get to hear her opinions when, sorry, I'm just checking, when she's actually just watched it or in the midst of watching it, I don't know, and whether she remembers, but she's quite engaged in it. So that's nice to see. That's nice to see that my mom has something, because my father passed away a few years ago. So I try and call her, which is, I have to remember because it's 3 hours difference. And if I don't remember I do always remember, I want to call her, but if I don't remember at the right time, then it's difficult because she goes down for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There's a 3-hour difference. And then, of course, if I'm interrupting her shows, Thank you, CBC. Canadian shows that she likes to watch. Hudson and Rex is her favorite. My father was a police officer for a short time, and so she is quite taken with this actor that plays Hudson, and Rex is the German Shepherd dog. So anyway, that's my mum. So I'm sure everyone's got people in their lives and stories in their lives about their parents. And that's part of us, right? That's part of our history. Very much so a part of our history. So here we go on a Wednesday, going to pull cards for you and see what's what. How was your day yesterday? Did you have a good day? And you have big plans for today? Are you planning a summer vacation? Will you be going anywhere? I guess I'm just curious. What's going on with you guys today? I'll be out. It's a gorgeous day. I guess you can tell from the sun in the background. It's a beautiful, beautiful day here. And it was very warm yesterday, so it's supposed to get, the temperature's supposed to get high. Here you go. Okay. I think I've shuffled these cards enough. So my intent is to find a card. Well, I'm hearing two cards for you. Tell them what. So I'm calling all my guides in and my angels. And as we do this, because I just heard tell them, and I'm like, tell them what? And so it's like, okay, they want me to tell you that you're all magnificent beings of light and love, period. No ands, ifs, or buts. Yep, that's it. I just wrote that to someone on Facebook, so apparently more people need to remember. That is who they are. Underneath all the shite stories, underneath all the angst and the trauma, underneath all the misgivings you have about yourself, underneath all the judgment you hold against yourself, underneath all the misinterpretation you have around yourself, you are all magnificent beings of light and love. Period. No ands, ifs, and buts. Yeah, even the people we don't like. Ugh, yeah, even them, even that one, right? They are as well, because we're all here co-creating together. And without them, those, him, her, they, there would not be the contrast for us to remember who we are. There would not be the contrast for us to rise up and to remember. There wouldn't be the contrast to figure out who are we in relationship to what they, them, he, her, that group, this group are. Who are we in response to that? Who are we in creation with that? Who are we as if we're joining up with some of that, because the energies, your vibe is your tribe. So yeah, think about that when you look around the people that surround you. Your vibe is your tribe. Your tribe is your vibe, right? So sweet ones, just give that a thought for a minute. So here we are co-creating on this planet with these pockets of shite going on, but they're small compared to all the beautiful moments. They are small compared to the beautiful moments. I've got to tell you again, they're saying, tell you again, they are small. These pockets are small compared to all the beautiful moments, period. Yeah. Because there are beautiful moments. There are babies being born into loving families. Happy to see them. There are people looking after each other. There's people finding solutions to all the issues that our planet is facing. Um, there are people putting on plays, creating movies, all for our entertainment. How about that? And they are enjoying it too. There are people writing books that you will read one day and think, oh, I like this story. Maybe you're writing a book. There are people creating music. There are people feeding their families with joy. They're laughing, they're hugging, they're tickling. Can you see this? They're sitting down and talking. Can you see all of those? I'm just seeing, like, are you seeing that reel go by you of all these beautiful moments that are going on in this planet right now? And hi, Mary, and you're not. You have to see. Can you see that reel going by? It's all around the planet, in all different cultures. It looks different. There are beautiful moments. Not to mention the beautiful planet that we're on. Not to mention that. Even in the city, there are little pieces of nature that are beautiful. There's lots of cities have trees planted, right? And gardens. I just saw where someone did a guerrilla garden in Ottawa, 7 by 12 space, and they decided dig it up and bring some soil in and plant it and spread some wildflower seeds, and there's this beautiful little garden that people walk by. Some may notice it, but I'm sure some don't. And the ones that do probably think, oh, is that not lovely? And so a little pocket of beauty. So maybe you're the one creating pockets of beauty out there. Maybe you're the one that's out there in service and sharing your spirit and your smile and your kindness. And Mary is saying, I'm seeing a lot of beauty in the world and connecting with amazing, soulful people. That's because that's who you are, Mary. And I'm getting, so happy for you. I'm hearing what a wonderful thing that you do. What a wonderful, beautiful thing that you do. And she says, beauty is everywhere when you open our eyes and hearts. And that's true. And you have to be, you just had a wonderful life moment, if I do recall, Mary, didn't you? Those photos were beautiful. So there is. And when you are in that space, that's easier to see. And when you're not, you're kind of walking around with your head down, and you're not, your energy doesn't invite anyone to interact with you. Doesn't. And when you have to interact with people, your energy makes it so that they are, their interactions, because a lot of people don't have the social skills to deal with this. They don't have the wherewithal to notice what's going on with other people. And so if you're in that kind of mood and you're interacting with someone who's serving you, the cashier, say, or whatever, often they have no idea. They don't know how to navigate your who's that character from Winnie the Pooh? Eeyore. They don't know how to navigate that Eeyore energy. They're like, here, just take, here, and then go, because they don't know. And so you do get some people who are very aware of it. I think Mary's probably one of those. And I know a lot of people are like that. And they may say something just to kind of perk you up. I've done that with cashiers. How's your day? Are you having a long day? You look a little tired. Or what time did you get in today? I don't know. Also, and to watch them perk up just from that attention is a gift. It is a gift. And then everyone behind me benefits by that gift too. So if that person can keep it going from that one bit, how lovely that they get home and then suddenly, it's okay. Their day has been okay from that bit. I don't know, because you do it and then you leave it alone. You hand the money to a panhandler and you don't think about where it's going, what it's doing. You do it for you, and hopefully they benefit by it. You wouldn't have done it if it wasn't a benefit to you. You wouldn't have. So hopefully it benefits other people. But you keep doing you. Just keep doing you. It works. It changes. It's creating on our planet incredible stuff. And like a choir, Michael Moore uses this analogy again. When a choir sings, they're not singing the same note all the time. I didn't know this till I read the analogy, and I'm like, oh, of course, of course. I'm talking about, have you seen big choirs sing? Have you seen them? It's amazing, especially when they're in a concert hall, a big church where the sound's just reverberating. It's astounding. Anyway, they're not all singing at the same time. So someone starts the note, or a group, I would imagine, a group starts a note, and then another group picks up the note, and it flows across through the choir and picks up again, because it gives the group that started a chance to take that next breath to begin again. You see where I'm going with this? So if you're not able, because you're not feeling 100%, if you're not able because life is kind of heavy on your shoulders right now, if you're not able because you're kind of in a bah humbug mood, that's okay. Take the break that you need and nurture you. Take that breath. Step back, rest until you can re-enter again. And in that, the only thing you can do is don't do no harm, right? Do no harm. Try not to be short with people. Curb your irritability. Apologize quickly. I mean, that's okay. Everyone has their moments. Don't take it out on anyone. And then when you have filled yourself up again, and when you're feeling like that, retreat. If you are able to, as much as you can, retreat into a space that feels like a cocoon for you, that will soothe that soul of yours until you're ready to take on the world again. And then you come out, and then you do your thing again. Your beautiful thing that you have within you, because you're a magnificent being of light and love, period. No ands, ifs, or buts. So, okay. First card, it was just theirs. Have faith. I'm hearing have faith in yourself. Have faith that everything will turn out as it will, as it should. We don't know the whys and wherefores of any of it. I mean, we can barely grasp it in our own lives, right? And you think we can grasp it for this whole big wide world with so many parts and moving pieces? So don't try. Don't try. If you get a glimpse of it where you go, you could be musing about something. And then, oh, cool. How cool is that? Very cool. So have faith that it's all leading towards something great. I mean, there's so many different theories out there, and I don't know what they are. Some of them are interesting to muse upon and to think about. So, and what if we're splitting into two groups? You that are watching, so the people that are of this mind, whose heart is open, and then the others that can't see the kindness and the glory and beauty and the love that is out there, and don't want to see. Moreover, don't even want to be cajoled into it. You can't even say, hey, come here, look at this. And they're like, no, go away. So what if we're just splitting, the timeline splitting? Two groups, they're there, we're here. They're doing their miserable Kurjambi thinking, and we're like busy creating some beauty. What if? So keep on doing you. Keep on thinking, it's all going to be okay. Know that. Have faith. So there's a door. There's a man, there's steps, there's a door with light. I can't tell whether he's coming down the steps or going up. One foot on the threshold of the door, one behind. The light is coming from the door. There we are. That's where we are right now. That may be where you are in your life right now. That is where we are on the planet right now. This. Let me see if I can. So there we are. A foot on the threshold. Come up these stairs. The door is open, the light is there. And now it's a choice. Do we step forward into the light? Do we step forward into the possibilities? Do we leave the old shite behind? Do we leave the old way of thinking behind that says there's not enough? Because there is enough. There is enough for the whole flippin' planet. And we've been told that by brighter minds than me. There is enough to feed everyone. The story is that there isn't enough. And that's why everyone's holding on tight. There isn't enough. There are governments, world holding on tight, countries. But there's enough. And those that have can give. So you have someone south of us that's cutting off aid to Africa. The U.S. grows so much food. Now, granted, granted, I'm not saying that everything's perfect in America and with our farmers. It isn't. For instance, when Canadian farmers have to dump milk because they've got too much, I'm like, who does that make sense to? So they have a contractual obligation for a certain amount of milk, and that's it, period. That's our milk production. Our dairy farms are I don't know what the word is for it. Anyway, you probably know. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But I thought to myself, why is it dumped? Why can't it be made into powdered milk? And why can't that be gifted to the areas in Africa that are starving children? Why can't it be donated? Why can't the milk be donated to schools? Like, powdered milk probably makes more sense. Anyway, you see where I'm going with this. So when there's excess, because of markets, and in the US, there's excess, and yet doesn't end up in the food banks, and it's being withheld right now, sitting in warehouses, rotting, when it could be feeding children that are starving. There is enough for everyone. Even you, if you're struggling financially, there's enough. And so your vibe attracts your tribe, your vibe attracts your abundance. There's an abundance mindset. And it can be a journey. It can be a real journey to get there. Your mindset creates so much in your life. Pretty much all of it in your life. Pretty much all of it, right? So what story do you want to be stuck in? Or what story do you want to create? Okay, one more card, and then we're ending this live video. Apparently it's 2. Okay. Claim your art. Okay, so there's a hand there, a palm, and there's water that's coming down one finger, energy in the little pinky finger, fire in one, maybe air, sunlight, light, and then air coming off the thumb. It's kind of all the elements, maybe all the elements. But claim your art is claim who you are. Kind of like the card yesterday, hidden treasure. Claim who you are. Claim your part in this. Claim how you can contribute. There's no small thing in your contribution. I get this closer, you can see it. There's no small thing in your what you have to offer the world. Even if you're doing it for you, if that's all you're doing, that energy changes the planet. It changes everything, because you are saying, as I'm doing this, and I'm, I don't know who's watching. So I'm doing this for me because I enjoy it. That's the only reason I'd be doing it, truly. So maybe you play the guitar. Maybe you like to dabble painting. Maybe you quilt. Maybe you hook rugs. You embroider. You love to bake. You love to cook. All of these things. Everything where you're doing it and your spirit's lifted up in it, then that is your art. Claim it. Do it. It adds to the energy. It uplifts the whole planet. Whether people see it, don't see it, appreciate it, don't appreciate it, doesn't matter. It's you. And it's all about your energy. And your energy is not a static thing. It's constantly moving. And your cells are like moving and shifting and vibrating. And it's like your energy field. It can be like this, or it can be like this. And when it's like this, and you go out into the world, that happy energy field, because the happier you are and the more fulfilled you are, the energy field is big. And you don't have to do a flippin' thing. You don't have to talk to anyone. Nothing. That's all you have this huge energy field. Walk out. Look at how animals react to that, because they know the energy field. And then people do, but they really don't know what's going on. There's something here. What's going on here? And they'll smile at you for no reason. Or maybe because you have a little smile on your face and then they're smiling back at you. It's really incredible. That's your energy influencing the world. And your energy, this big energy that you can create for yourself, it ripples out and it infiltrates some people because they're ready for it. They're like, oh, I like that. Their energy, not them consciously, their energy field is soaking it up, right? Because they're like, it recognizes the vibe, the tribe. So there you go. Trust the divine plan. You can do that. Trust the divine plan. Hard to do. Better to do when you look back on your life. I better not put these away because I always take a photograph and then post them as well. So trust the divine plan. You can trust it more when you look back on your life and think about the times when you thought that nothing would be better. That one challenge, that one situation would never change. You were stuck in it. And then you moved on, and then it got better. Sometimes it got a little bit better. Sometimes it got a lot better. When you thought there was nothing that could change it, no solution, bang, there was a solution and a change. Sometimes it happens because you have done the work. Oh, hang on it. They're reminding me. It always happens when you do the work. How quickly it happens, depending on what you're willing to remember about yourself in order for that energy to infiltrate or bubble up in your body and infiltrate your being enough to change the energy, your vibe, to attract another story. Is that a good way of saying it, guy? Yeah, they're going, that's a good way. Good, because that's all I got. They're laughing. They go, I know. We know. So, half an hour, maybe too long. Couldn't help it. So, take care of yourselves on this beautiful Wednesday. Thank you, Mary, for popping in, and whoever else is watching. I'm going to download this, upload it into YouTube. If you can go to my YouTube channel, Linda Adsets, my name, Linda Adsets, then click subscribe and like. I would so appreciate that. So appreciate it. So take care of yourself. Enjoy your day. Happy Wednesday, midweek, technically, but maybe not your midweek. Okay. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy wherever you are, and thank you for being you. And Mary, thank you for all that you do. Okay, take care. Bye.